I'm Dale Smith for Looney Politics, and as you may have heard, one of the big features in last week's budget is that there's going to be changes to the capital gains tax inclusion rate, and that has a lot of people upset, particularly tech bros and a few millionaire CEOs. The notion, of course, being that this will dissuade investment in Canada, and that it's going to do bad things to our ability to get investment into things like productivity, even though the lower rate didn't help investment in those areas either. Regardless of the fact, I feel like we should be paying attention to how this played out in history around the changes the government made to personal corporations, and some of the taxation rules around that, which caused a lot of uproar at that particular time, particularly because certain members of the small business community grew alarmed because they could use these kinds of tools to reduce their taxable income. And the Conservatives in particular made this narrative that the government was calling all small businesses tax cheats, which was not the case. However, at the time, Bill Morneau was the finance minister, and he did not like to engage in partisan politics and basically let the Conservatives get away with this narrative through an entire summer without really necessarily pushing back on it. So it's incumbent on the government, if they want to ensure that these capital gains changes can gain popular support, push back against that. And we have seen that Chrystia Freeland is so far doing more than Bill Morneau did at that particular time. She had a meeting with a lot of those tech sector investors on Friday and tried to really explain to them the changes, both in terms of the fact that it really does only affect a very tiny portion of the population, but also in terms of some of the fairness aspects, both in terms of the fairness on the taxation level, as well as the generational fairness and the fact that it would be as much of a dissuasion for people to invest in Canada if we become a society that is riven with division and resentment over the kinds of wealth disparities that are creeping into our society. And so I think this is an important message to drive home, and we'll see if she can carry this momentum forward and keep pushing back against some of the pushback that has been received so far, or if it goes to the wayside and this becomes another summer of resentment like Bill Morneau caused. For Looney Politics, I'm Dale Smith.